Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday Trivia with me Sahil Madaan from the music school. I'm the faculty at the music school for music production. Today's trivia is pretty interesting because Logic Pro has come out with a new update 10.6, which is a pretty cool update right after 10.5, which just came like a few months back. And it's pretty interesting to see how Logic is just developing day by day in a manner that it's difficult to compete with. Um, I'm just gonna wait for a couple of more people to join, and then I'm gonna show you what are these new updates that has come up, um, and and then we'll get it started. In case if you have any questions to ask, you can always put it in our comment section, and I will try and answer them. All right, so this biggest update it's for people who can use Logic Remote because Logic Remote has been one of the coolest feature with Logic, but it's for iPad users, which basically acts as a MIDI controller, I would say, and it works pretty cool. I've used it. I use it in my day-to-day life with Logic, and if you don't have a MIDI controller, that's the best thing to get is an iPad where you can control every parameter on your Logic. And now Logic has two different views. One is your live loops, I think, which is pretty much we all know is being inspired from Ableton Live's session view. You can just drag and drop your samples from here, like just drag it and drop it, and it just plays your samples over here. And you know how we have scenes in Ableton, it's just emulated in that way. You can have as many scenes as you want. Uh, that's the first update, which came out in 10.5, but it's just getting better in 10.6. Now, you can toggle between the views like this. The second thing is they have come up with really a lot of new uh, updates over here with your pianos and other instruments. Like your keyboard has list of these new added keyboards with especially this old VHS tapes in. You get these plastic keys, and then you have toy pianos, and I really like the 80s bitrate synth, which is it gives you like if you are looking for that retro vibe and stuff, it's pretty nice. You also have a lot of in addition in your mellotron. You have mixed choir and strings and flute, and then coming to your piano, you have more pianos which has been added. And now another cool thing that um, Logic has come up with is you can directly drop your samples, which in 10.5 it came with sampler, which we never had in Logic, but now Logic has a sampler inbuilt. Not only that, they have like a sampler which lets you have a quick sampler or a sample based on it segregates by note and gives you. And the Alchemy plugin has been improved a lot, and you can use either in granular synthesis or additive synthesis, or you can also use in spectral for creating spacious sounds and stuff. um, and there's a new addition with drum machine designer. Now the cool thing is you can just drag your samples and you drop it over here. You have these list. You can either use a quick sample original, which just drop it over here, and you get this sampler right here, and you can tweak anything that you want, and you like you can define the root keys, change the root keys if you think the root key is uh, uh, let me just check what is the root key on this. If it's C major, you can always change to that. And then you can have a filter going on, an LFO going on. You have your ADSR for your filters over here. So you can create, you can basically have sampler which lets you do anything that you want. You can also record it directly into your sampler if you have an external instrument, which I feel like a pretty good update. And you have three different modes, which again I feel is a replica from Ableton's sampler. Uh, yeah, and you have different filters over here. And then you have your amp envelope. You can make it a polyphonic or monophonic depending on what sound that you're looking for. You have a drum machine designer, which is I feel is another really cool addition to Logic Pro. Is if you want to create your own drum grooves and stuff like that, uh, which is right here. Let me just take a few samples. Uh, yeah. Now, if I want, I can select uh, for my basic groove, and all that I have to do is I can drag it, and I can say like, let's open in Drum Machine Designer. Now, the cool thing is it creates four different channels because I've used four samples. It creates four different channels to give you a different output altogether so that you don't have to route it separately, and you can just create your groove. And the new update also lets you create in step sequencer. Now when you create, right click, either you can do a MIDI region stuff, or you can create a pattern region which will open your step sequencer. Now you can let's just loop this over here, and let's do this, and it's a 16 steps step sequencer. And let's just, and it's as simple as that. And it also lets you listen to it, and you can define how the step sequencer can play on. And on top of that, you also get this really cool addition which came in 10.5, and which has been uh, an update, which is a remix effects. Now I did a short video earlier on remix effects, but this is a pretty cool effect, and it works really nice if you have an iPad for with your Logic remote, and you can do like, it's majorly for like if you have been DJing and if you're making dance music. If you think of yourself playing for a gig, and if you want to add a roll or a repeat or play around with filter, you can do that. And you can also change the effects from the list of these effects that's given over here, or you can also do like a reverse or a turntable scratch. And the dramatic stop that we guys DJs love doing is this. Yeah. Uh, and then also, yeah, these are major updates. There are also tons of more updates that are there, but this is just a small trivia for Logic Pro X 10.6. Also, the cool thing is they have a really cool new logo. If you guys are into that. So, if you guys have any doubts or any questions, please let us know. All right, guys. I hope you had fun. And this is me, Sahil Madaan, signing off. And please do come and visit us at the music school in Indranagar. And if you're interested, please join us. Thank you.